Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Kim's Kitchen. Today I'm working with leftovers. Yay, leftovers! One of my favorite things to work with because I actually don't like cooking that much. I'm sure you guys have figured that out. Something we have a lot of, for some reason, is cornbread. We have so much leftover and I love cornbread, but as you know, it's a carb. We don't need to be eating boatloads of carbs. Like, I shouldn't be packing myself a giant slab of cornbread for lunch. One of my accidental favorite meals that I found out from having leftovers is kale and cornbread salad, which is delicious. It's so easy to make, so I'm just gonna show you. It starts off with the raw kale recipe that I showed you guys earlier in the year, and you can click here to find it. I'm just gonna run through it super fast for you guys today. So what you gotta do is you take your bunch of kale. You wanna pick the kale leaves off of the stems so that you don't have the super thick, gnarly stems to chew on. Leave this part behind. You get the soft kale leaves first. And then you do that, throw it all in, rinse it off, because you're gonna be eating this raw. You're not gonna be cooking it. So once you get a basket full of kale leaves, you're gonna rinse it, and then we'll do step 2. First step is to pick the leaves off of the stem and rinse it off. So now that you have your rinsed kale, you take this, I like to put it in a big mixing bowl because it's less mess. I tend to get a little messy when I massage my kale. Throw it all into a big mixing bowl. And this is the easy part. You take some vinegar, splash it in. I don't measure it. I guess it's about a tablespoon. Depends on how much kale you're doing. I like to make a big, huge batch whenever I do this because I eat it and it wilts down to a very small amount. Sesame oil, again, about a teaspoon for this. Tablespoon of vinegar, teaspoon of oil. I like to use hot sauce for this because we have sweet cornbread and the spicy of the hot sauce. The combination is awesome. So you put some of that in there. Take some red onion. This is a trick that my friends taught me from Spain, who are big time chefs. I am not. You can either do this in your palm and squeeze it, or if you have a mortar and pestle, you can use a mortar and pestle. Today, I'm gonna be lazy and I'm just gonna use my hand. I wash them. And you take a little bit of balsamic and you put it in your hand, and a pinch of salt too, if you want. Pinch of salt, and you squeeze it together. And it brings out the sweetness of the red onion. Voila. Slice a lemon. You see I do this very professionally. Squeeze the lemon in there. And you put about pinch of salt or more, but the salt helps to wilt down the kale. So the salt is important as well as the lemon. Last but not least, you massage the kale. So you get your hands dirty, get in there, get it until it's nice and soft and actually edible versus, you know, like the grassy texture that kale normally is. And you can taste it as you go and see if it needs anything. That was spot on. It doesn't need anything, it's good. Take the rest of your leftover cornbread and you crumble it over the top. And sprinkle it with a little bit of Tabasco sauce or your hot sauce of choice. Then you have this delicious, sweet and savory, and salty, tangy, raw kale salad. It honestly, to me, I think it is the most delicious kale salad ever. Even my roommate John will eat it, and he doesn't eat vegetables, right, John?
That's correct.
Well, no. That's it for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed my little cornbread and kale salad idea. I'm gonna be eating this all week. I wanna hear what you guys have been doing with your Thanksgiving leftovers. What kind of healthy alternatives have you been doing with, you know, your turkey, your casserole, your stuffing? I wanna hear about it. So in the comment section below, make sure you tell me your favorite leftover meals. And I'm gonna sit here and eat my bucket of kale. And you guys are gonna sit there and subscribe to my channel. I need the theme music. and a half shell. Turtle power. There should be a dance to that, but I don't know how it would go. Ask for kale for Christmas. That's brilliant. Kale for Christmas. It's like alliteration, but it's not because it's a K and a C. Can you call it alliteration still?
Alliteration.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it's a sound?
It's a sound. It's phonetic.
I'm so smart.